Yeah, play on. Oh, excuse me. To play on the 7th. Excuse me, the 7th and the 20th. All right, guys, we're gonna get started on this one. Again, grab the Marlins, Guardians, Twins, and Rays. They are available. 12 packs, 12 cards per pack, 3 autos per box. This is Prizm Baseball Hobby. All right, there's our empty box. Our packs. Good luck to everybody in this one. You can get those guesses in for the player on the last auto in this one for 20 credit. You do not have to be in the break to guess. King Griffey Jr., Barry Larkin, Bronson Arroyo, Willie Stargell, Darren Baker rookie, Billy Martin. You have Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That one is out of 99. Bryce McCage. On the Red Wave, those are not numbered, but we will top load those later. Carson Williams, Andy Pettit, Dalton Rushing, Tony Perez. Up next after this one is our 24 Topps Chrome Cosmic Football. Again, make sure you guys grab the upcoming spots in the breaks tonight. There's Joe Jackson, Leo DeVries, Randy Johnson, Grover Alexander, Monty Irvin, Gary Sheffield, Grover Alexander. That is out of $4.99. Then we have our gold, Randy Johnson. This one is for New York. That is 10 out of 10. Nice gold, Randy Johnson. We got Bryce Renier, Josu DePaula, and Deion Sanders, Seaver King. Starlin Caba, Josua Gonzalez, Brock Porter, Tony La Russa, Elston Howard, Juan Gonzalez, Braden Taylor. That is out of $4.99. Jake Peavy on the silver, Chase Burns, Braden Taylor again, Andy Van Slyke, Bryce Renier. Kevin McGonigal, Franklin Arias, Griff O'Farrell, Cam Caminetti, Braden Montgomery, Christy Mathewson, Chase Davis on the red, out of $2.99. Going to the Cardinals, nice little team color match. Braxton Ashcroft, Ha-Seong Kim, Bob Gibson, Thurston Walter, Alejandro Rosario. Max Muncy on the rookie, Kellen Lindsey, Jet Williams, Bud Seeley, Ricky Tiedemann, Tommy White, Blake Burke, out of $2.99. Our first auto going to Oakland. That is Cade Morris. Cade Morris on our first auto. That is the Sensational Signatures. That one is out of $1.99. Talisman, Christian Campbell, Cole Young, Chase Davis, Pablo Sandoval. Okay, we do have spots available, guys. That link is in the chat. There's Carson Williams, Spencer Algaretti, Jordan Lawler, Enrique Bradfield. We got Brandon Barat, Slade Caldwell, Darryl Strawberry on the purple. That is out of $149. Then we have our second auto of the break. That is Harry Ford going to Seattle. Seattle gets the Harry Ford Sensational Signature. That's a base auto there. Fireworks, George Lombard Jr., Austin Wells, J. Dixon Paez, James Tibbs. Halfway through this one. We'll top load after this pack here. And guys, we have spots available. Make sure you guys grab them, fill these breaks, get your guesses in for the player on the last auto. There's Hagen Smith, Tim Hudson, Jordan Lawler, Zebby Matthews, Brock Wilkin, Jose Canseco, Cooper Pratt out of 499. We have Yvonne Rodriguez for Texas. On the dingers insert, that's Christian Campbell, Theo Gillen, Earl Combs, Miguel Cabrera. We got Topps Chrome Cosmic Football coming up next. That'll be the next break tonight. We have 7 total breaks. The next break night we'll be doing is coming up. It'll be December 1st. So we'll have a little bit of time in between these last breaks. But we do have a list put together or scheduled. There's a few spots I'll leave blank until we get closer to the time. See if anything fills. We'll just add it to it. Hopefully we'll do a couple, 2 or 3 break nights next week. It'll just kind of depend on how things are selling. I'll for sure do 2. Like I said, we had, starting tonight, I can't see that message in there. We had over 20 spots available spread out through the 7 breaks tonight. So if you guys want to grab any of those spots, make sure you use that link pinned in the chat. Move on to our next pack here. There's a Larry Walker for the Cardinals. Jordan Lawler, Justin Ramirez, Blake Burke, Josh Gibson, Brandon Spratt. We got a blue Frank Thomas. That is out of 199. We got the non-numbered red wave here, Ryan Waldschmidt, and silver. Or no, that's like a blue out of 99. Prismatic, Brett Campaneris, Paul Skeens, Grady Sizemore. Should have 1 auto left. We have 3 packs left after this one. There's Kyle DeBarge, Trey Morgan, Cliff Lee, Mariano Rivera, Edwin Encarnacion, Ron Rodriguez, Brett Saberhagen on green scope out of 75. Going to the Royals, Jared Thomas on the silver, Franklin Arias, Yogi Berra, Carson Benji, and Vance Honeycutt. Our next pack, we have Argaretti here again, Tress Speaker, Johan Santana, Greg Yoho, Edwin Encarnacion, Junior Caminero, Carson Benji out of 499. Josh Gibson, silver. We got Paul Skeens, Keyshaw, rookie, Luis Baez, Roman Anthony. Last 2 packs coming up. There's Ozzie Smith, Levi Wells, Aaron Judge, Will Wagner, Yohandy Morales, George Lombard going to the Yankees. On the prospect signatures, it's a silver prospect signatures. Like I said, for the Yankees, George Lombard Jr. There's Chase Meredith. Rider off out of 299. Jackson Churio on the red wave. Tommy White Dingers, Jake Peavy, Braxton Ashcroft, and Sagente. Final pack of the break. And up next is our 24 Topps Chrome Cosmic Football. Jacob Mezarowski, Yoandri Monegro. We got Ryan Clifford, Sebastian Walcott, Ricky Tiedemann, Will Wagner rookie, Jared Thomas out of 499. Silver Connor Norby for the Marlins, Jack Leiter, Luis Angel Acuna, Brooks Lee, Jake Peavy. We're going to top load, recap, then we'll move on to our next break. Grab your spots. We have plenty of spots left, or we did have when we went live. Link is pinned in that chat. The future break schedule will also take you to Monday's break schedule. Like I said, I got most of that scheduled out. Put some of the older breaks on there. We'll get some spots sold as we move on to next week. All right, we got two more top load here. Then we'll do our recap on this first break of the night. Cosmic Football is coming up next, so if you're waiting on that one, it will be right after this. There's Frank Thomas out of 199. Bazana out of 99. Brett Saberhagen out of 75. We have Carson Minji out of 499. Out of 299. Murdoch out of 499. Jared Thomas. Vlad Guerrero out of 99. Grover Alexander out of 499. A gold Randy Johnson, that was 10 out of 10. Braden Taylor out of 499. Chase Davis out of 299. Blake Burke out of 299. Darryl Strawberry Purple out of 149. Cooper Pratt out of 499. Cade Morris Sensational Signatures, that was out of 199. Harry Ford Sensational Signatures Base. And then we have the Prospect Signatures Silver of George Lombard for the Yankees. He was the guest of the break. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the first break of the night. Coming up next is PYT 725, our 24 Topps Chrome Cosmic Football.